start this session with a question based on resonance circuit. For a parallel RLC circuit, which one of the following statement is not correct? For options are given. Option A, the bandwidth of the circuit decreases if R is increased. Option B, the bandwidth of the circuit remains same if L is increased. Option C, at resonance, input impedance is a real quantity. And option D, at resonance, the magnitude of input impedance attains its minimum value. So this is the parallel RLC circuit. You can see a resistor, inductor and capacitor are connected in parallel. An AC voltage source V is connected across this parallel connection. Let me ask you something. Do you know what is resonance? Alright, resonance is the condition of a circuit at which it attains maximum response, and the frequency at which resonance happens is known as resonant frequency. These are the characteristics of a parallel RLC circuit at resonance. At resonance, inductive impedance becomes equal to capacitive impedance. The impedance purely becomes resistive, and hence we can say that the voltage and current V and I in the circuit is in phase. Impedance becomes maximum, correspondingly we get minimum current. Now let us check options given one by one and decide which one is not correct. When you look at options A and B, you can see they are related to bandwidth of the parallel RLC circuit. So let's have a quick review on what is bandwidth, what is the expression for parallel RLC circuit, etc. So this is the current versus frequency characteristics of a parallel RLC circuit. You can see at resonant frequency omega R, current becomes minimum, or we can say that the impedance of the circuit becomes maximum at resonant frequency omega R. From the shape of this curve, it is clear that it acts like a band stop filter. That's why parallel RLC circuit is also known as rejector circuit. The expression for 3 dB bandwidth of the circuit delta omega is 1 by RC, where R is the resistor value, C capacitor expression. It is clear that the bandwidth of parallel RLC circuit depends only on values of resistor and capacitor, not on inductor, and it is inversely proportional to resistor value. It is given that bandwidth of the circuit decreases if R is increased. From the bandwidth expression, we can say it's correct. And in option B, it is given that bandwidth of the circuit remains same if L is increased. I told you bandwidth doesn't depend on value of inductor, so we can say option B is also correct. In option Z, it is given that at resonance, input impedance is a real quantity. I told you at resonance, the impedance becomes purely resistive, hence it's a real quantity, so option Z is also correct. And option D, it is given that at resonance, the magnitude of input impedance attains its minimum value. This is the current versus frequency characteristics of a parallel RLC circuit. You can see at resonant frequency, current becomes minimum. So the impedance should be maximum. So we can say that option D is not correct. Thus our answer is option D. Moving on to next question. Compute the value of expression given below, where I represents the base of number system. Sigma I equal to 2 to 9, 1, 0 base I. For options A, B, C and T are given. Do you know what is a number system? Number systems are used to represent or express numbers. We have different types of number systems like decimal number system, binary number system, hexadecimal number system, etc. In fact, there are 3 parameters that is associated with a particular number system. They are radix or base, which represents the number of independent digits in a particular number system. Then place value. Finally, maximum numbers that can be represented by a particular number system. For binary, the radix is 2. Hence, we have 2 independent digits, they are 0 and 1. and the place values of each digit in binary number system are 2 raised to 0, that is the digit next to decimal point, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, etc. 2 raised to minus 1, 2 raised to minus 2, etc. Now I'll tell you how to convert a binary number to its equivalent decimal number. Suppose we have a binary number 1, 1. So the place value of first digit is 2 raised to 0 and 2 raised to 1. So 2 raised to 0 into 1 plus 2 raised to 1, that is equal to 3 is the decimal equivalent of binary number 1. Coming back to question, here we are asked to find out the value of sigma I equal to 22910 base I, where I represents the base of number system, which can be expanded as 10 base 2 plus 10 base 3 plus 10 base 4 plus 10 base 5 plus 10 base 6 plus 10 base 7 plus 10 base 8 plus 10 base 9. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find out decimal equivalent of each of these term and take the sum. Let us first focus on 10 base 2. Since it is a binary, the place values are 2 raised to 0 and 2 raised to 1. Hence the decimal equivalent become 1 into 2 raised to 1 plus 0 into 2 raised to 0. That is equal to 2. Similarly, 10 base 3 can be written as 1 into 3 raised to 1 plus 3 raised to 0 into 3 raised to 0. That is equal to 3. In the similar manner, we get value of 10 base 4 as 4, 10 base 5 as 5, 10 base 6 as 6. So our desired term becomes I equal to 22910 base I is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, that is equal to 44. Thus our answer is option D. Got it? You all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.